To the Community Board monthly reports, and it will be my intention as usual to give each Community Board 10 minutes to present, and that time would also be intended to include time for questions if indeed time permits. So I would invite first of all Ali Jones, Chair of the Waipapa Papanui-Innes Community Board. Welcome to the meeting, Ali. Thank you very much indeed for being here.
Fabulous, thank you. No Part A's in our report this month. Again, a lot of activities going on in our ward, and a lot of those are the result of very strong community groups, community relationships between our ward staff and those groups in the ward. This photograph that you're looking at here, or this image here, is Matariki in the Zone, which there was a lot of different activity. This was held in the Richmond part of our ward, very successful with a large number of people attending. I'm just trying to pad for time while I get the mouse working. Okay. Significant council projects. The CNC continues to be by far the largest project in our ward. In fact, quite likely one of the largest across the city. We are currently reviewing the submissions. We've had an update, a joint Community Board update with Linwood Central Heathcote on the submissions for that, so that is progressing at this stage. The Paddington Playground renewal. This is a very positive project in our ward. This is an area that needs some activation and some attention and maintenance, and this is what we're doing at the moment as far as one of the projects in the ward goes. I know that this has been in the media as well. This will be very positive for members in our ward. The New Zealand Postal Services will be are to be included in the Papanui Service Centre up on Langdons Road. This is after the services were taken away or disappeared from the local Kiwi Bank on Main North Road. This is a really good example of improvement of amenity in our ward. This is in Sisson Park. Footpaths and roads are still a major issue in our ward, as they are across other parts of the city. This is a good example of how the work can improve that amenity and also health and safety, to be honest. This continues to be a very positive project in our ward. This is the Papanui Bush Bridgestone Reserve. We had an additional working bee for Arbor Day on the 5th of June. It continues to be again, a very good community project, with the local high school, Papanui High, being involved in that, as well as Rotary producing. You'll see those stands, signs on the top right there. They are really beautiful, and they explain the plants, and there's detail about them as well, and that was produced by Rotary for that. And this is just a final image of Matariki in the Zone in Avebury House. And again, this is supported by the community boards. So, we are continuing to work really closely with the community in our wards, and we are seeing positive outcomes from that. I also want to acknowledge the work of our ward staff. There are increasing work pressures, as well as them being out of their office at the moment temporarily while we undergo those postal services going in. We have been meeting in the local Papanui RSA. The heating is far better there, I'd just like to say. But that's come about by staff realising that actually we didn't want to take our meetings too far from where we normally meet, because that's where people are used to coming, and that's sort of where we work from. So all credit to them for the work they're doing as well. That's all.
Excellent, thank you very much. Well, that does leave some time for questions. Pauline.
Question I just wanted to add, and Ali, you might be able to help me here, but the Paddington Playground is interesting because you saw the plan up there, but our board noted that we actually wanted to get some more diverse equipment, and we identified, for children who are challenged in certain areas, sometimes auditory or sensory challenging. So we've looked at next year looking to fund some sort of an audio drum thing. I don't know what it is, but we're just sort of moving outside of the traditional, just that kind of play equipment, to look at actually providing things that will be of benefit to other children who are not. Perhaps.
And we're very fortunate to have Jo Byrne on our community board as well, because this is the work that Jo does, and she is very experienced in this, and she certainly, you know, I was going to say bangs this drum as much as she can, which is great.
But I think it's just good to highlight that for other community boards to perhaps think about when they're designing playgrounds. And we're always looking at provision for older people's gym equipment to go, and they're very expensive, but you see them around the places and they are well used. So, yeah, think outside the square.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any further questions for Ali? All right, thank you very much indeed.
It already now, aren't you?
Indeed.
Thank you.
So we've got a resolution to receive the report, which Mike will move and Pauline will second. All those in favour say aye.